Oh my goodness, welcome back everybody to Planet Lizzdom. I almost forgot what I was doing. I was so busy multitasking, putting together a show for you that I got so into it and I forgot that it's my turn to speak. Welcome back everybody. We are at episode 6 already. We're breaking in my new studio that my boyfriend and I have been working on for the past little while. I am trying to play some music in the background. I haven't yet learned how to do that on StreamYard, but that's my task for next week. But here we are. We're still in lockdown and we're still here and we're still alive and kicking and really having, I don't know about you guys, but I'm having the time of my life. Sometimes it's really great. Sometimes it's really not. But that being said, I am so happy to be here. And this week especially, I'm so happy to bring this guest to you. She is one of the most amazing people I've ever met. In fact, the instant I met her, we were true friends. Like I just fell for this person immediately when I met her. She is fiercely intelligent. She is incredibly kind. She's gorgeous, and she's got a drive to work and a passion to succeed like nothing I've ever met before. Guys, I want you to give a really warm welcome to Ruby Roxx. Hi, Ruby. How are you?
You're gonna make me cry.
Excellent. Tick.
Wow, what a welcome.
Well, truly, I am so happy to have you here. A lot of people don't know, but you live across the country from me. I'm in Toronto and you're in British Columbia. Are you in Vancouver? I can't remember.
Yes, I am in Vancouver. I was born and raised here and live right smack downtown Vancouver. And yeah.
That's wonderful. And, we have a time difference of, I think, 3 hours, correct? It's 8 o'clock here. It's 5 there.
Yeah.
So,
5 o'clock here.
5 o'clock there. And,
out a little bit.
Yeah, I can see it's a little bit light there. There's a little bit of snow. Gosh, we're so Canadian. Let's talk about the weather, shall we? I already have people making comments.
I lost it.
Tina says, welcome, Ruby. She's so happy to Tina's so happy to see you this week. So she's wishing you a very warm welcome, guys. Please don't be shy. Come on over. Leave a comment or a question for Ruby. We love the love.
Absolutely.
Now, for those of us who don't know you, I want to show everybody just how remarkable a person you are. When I met you, I knew you as a model. That's really the best way I can describe it. I would see you on Facebook and Instagram, and I would see beautiful pictures like this, gorgeous editorials like this. And everybody, that sweet little pooch is Ruby's dog Cash, who I will steal one day. Oh my gosh.
Absolutely.
I can't even handle it. He's adorable.
He's the cutest thing in the world.
Oh my God, he's so sweet. But we can talk about him another day. I want to talk about you.
I could talk about him for hours, so it's best to avoid that subject.
Me too. There's a segment that I usually bring in later. It's called The Cuteness. Let's see if I have a little video for it. Where is he? Yeah. The cuteness.
Oh my God, I love it.
The cuteness burns.
So cute.
So tell me, what are you up to right now during, pre-COVID? What were you up to?
Yeah, so pre-COVID, I was modeling. Modeling is my full-time gig. I a model for 15 years, really like my whole life. Like I was like doing auditions when I was like 7, and then I was like modeling for my high school photography class. So like there was always like a little bit of me that was modeling, but like I really started taking it seriously like 15 years ago. And so like life was really happening for me before COVID. Like I was traveling all the time, every month. I was teaching workshops. I was doing photo shoots. I was like just like living my best life. And then COVID hit and that all changed. It changed for everybody. Like it wasn't just me that it changed for. Like everyone, no matter what industry you're in, whether you're in a creative industry or not, your life was flipped upside down last March, a year ago. So I really had to learn how to take my job. And luckily I already had quite a strong social media following. So I was able to rely on them. But I really amped up my Patreon. I started an OnlyFans. I started doing online Zoom workshops because we couldn't do in-person workshops. I just really created content because not only did I always need to have new content to put out, but creating content for me is what I do when I'm stressed or anxious or angry. I just like throw myself into my work. So I was creating a lot of content because I was very stressed out. And that worked in my favor, you know, like I always had something to post. So I was always staying relevant on the forefront of people's minds and social media, things like that. And I just sort of like figured out new ways to do things. So as much as I miss working with like a photographer and a makeup artist and a stylist and, you know, like all that kind of stuff, I learned to take my own photos and to take my own videos and to be my own stylist and how to edit things. And, you know, like the way that like I've really like impressed myself, if that sounds weird, but like, wow. I didn't know I could do these things before. And now, as much as I like would really like to go back to having other people do them for me, it's nice to know that I can do it, you know? Absolutely. And so like, yeah, I mean, COVID has been really hard for everybody, obviously, but like, that's something I'm really grateful for, is that I've really shown myself how strong I am and how much I'm capable of. And I don't know that I would know that had I not been presented with this opportunity where I had to figure it out.
That's true. Yeah. And, you know, I love that you call it an opportunity, you know, and that's where Absolutely. I'm so proud of you, because you're right. It is an opportunity. You know, Absolutely. Never have we had more time to work on our creative pursuits in a different fashion that we Absolutely. Normally have. You know, something that I wanted to celebrate right off the top, and I feel like such a fool for not downloading the photo, but your podcast changed my day today. I have to say, I was listening to episode.
Oh, really?
Seriously, and I wanted to celebrate it because I was having a bit of an anxiety attack. I had to face my agoraphobia today and leave my house to go do some very important errands at Service Ontario that I could not avoid. And I was sitting on the bus listening to your podcast, and you went through the steps to bring down an anxiety attack, and you actually helped me through it. And it made a really big difference in my day. So thank you for that.
Oh, I'm so glad. That makes me so happy to hear.
Guys, go listen to Ruby. It's Ruby's Tuesday Review. I think I've copied it down correctly here. I just want to bring it up. It's on Spotify, Apple, Google. Are there any other places that I'm missing?
There's a few others. If you go to, you'll be able to find it basically on most streaming services. So, yeah.
Guys, listen to it. It's amazing. Episode 2 was about confidence. And girl, you've got it in spades. Honestly, whenever I'm thinking that I'm not so hot or not just, you know, making the grade, I think about your approach to confidence. And I remember that it is, you know, it's more than just what you see. It really does come from inside.
Thank you. That's so nice to hear. And, you know, and like, that's the thing with confidence too, is it's totally contagious. And I talk about that in my podcast. Like, if you surround yourself with people who are confident, you're going to become confident, you know? And if you just fake it till you make it and act like you're confident already, then one day you're just going to be walking into the room confident, and you might not feel it on the inside, but everyone else is going to think you're confident, and that's going to boost your confidence. So Absolutely. It really is.
Like, oh, Yvette says hello.
Hi, Yvette.
Oh my gosh. Honestly, yet another amazing human that you all should know about. You know, I could spend 3 hours talking about Yvette. She's amazing. Hi, Yvette.
We love you.
Oh, we love Yvette. Oh my gosh. Honestly, like, I don't know if you felt this this year, but I've really felt like my circle of people has shifted a little bit. You know, it's been edited, but it's gotten stronger. And I can count on both hands right now who I can reach out to at 3 a.m, and they will actually pick up the phone and be like, hey, what's up? You know?
Absolutely. Oh, that's so true.
It is so true.
2020 everybody's true colors, I think, came out in 2020, because that's what happens when we're under immense stress and pressure. That's just gonna happen. And so, you know, like, it made it really clear. And it's not to say that, like, if people have different views than mine, that they're wrong and bad, but, like, you know, everybody made their opinions really well known this year. And so it was really a lot easier to, like, pinpoint and say, okay, well, these people have my same frame of mind, these people don't necessarily. And so, you know, like, yeah, my circle same has just become so much smaller and closer, and I think that's a beautiful thing.
It really is. You know, I've even witnessed it with neighbors, and, you know, on my street. Right before Christmas, I just was having one of those days where I felt a little run down, and my neighbor left me a bag of oranges and fruitcake. She's like, "Here, you need some vitamin C and some sugar." You know,
that's so nice.
And you know what? It worked. I did need vitamin C.
Oh my gosh.
I did need sugar.
Absolutely. It's amazing how quickly our needs can be met when we just think about the simple things that we need.
Absolutely. It's funny. I'm going to be 45 in May, and I wear that like a badge of honor. I worked very hard for that. And I remember growing up in the 80s and the 70s in a small town in Ontario where that was the norm. You know, you found out your neighbor, you know, was having a down day, you did something for them. You found out that someone down the street needed, you know, help with their car. You found a way to help them with their car.
Absolutely. And I think that that's just so lost these days on a lot of people. And, like, granted, myself, like, I live in a condo that has 700 units. Like, I don't know my neighbors. Like, they don't know me. There's no way that I can, like, even my building has, like, a security concierge in the front, and like, when I get packages delivered, they sign for it.
Okay.
And she's always like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I don't remember, like, your unit number." And I'm like, "Girl, you don't have to. Like, you have 700 units. You don't need to remember mine." Like, and so, like, if she feels bad about not knowing my specific unit number, like, that just, I just wish that, like, when we lived in these huge cities like we do, in these giant condos, like, I wish I had that neighborly connection, but, like, my concierge is my neighbor. She's the only one that really knows me. And with 700 units, that's really hard.
That is really hard, but more power to your concierge for knowing you out of 700 plus people. Like, that's not easy either.
Totally. No. You know? I think, though, it's cash. If I'm being realistic, she knows Cash. Cash comes up to her. He wants the treats. She's like, "Oh yeah, it's Cash's mom."
You know, I have to admit, I am actually that person too. One of my favorite dogs, his name is Bear. He lives on our street. Bear. And I'm starting to remember what his mom looks like.
Oh, totally. I'm the worst at that. I, like, pay all attention to the dog and, like, "Oh yeah, right, there's a human here."
Absolutely. You know, and I think dog people and animal people in general, they tend to understand. I
absolutely.
I stopped everything I was doing to take a picture of 2 corgis today because I was just so bloody excited about it. I was like, "Oh, furry cashews!"
Oh, so cute.
I was like, "Everybody behind me in line can wait another second."
Absolutely. We need this. We need this right now.
Absolutely. I needed that. You know, and of course, you know, they were so cute. They just kind of posed for me because dogs know. They know.
Oh, they know. Absolutely.
Here's a funny question for you. So, I showed that one photo of you. You know, oh, and Rochelle's saying yes. Everyone loves Ripley. Ripley is Rochelle's dog, and it is true.
Oh yes, I love Ripley. I've never met Ripley.
Oh, Ripley's us. The photo that you did with Cash, and I'm going to pull it up because it is really beautiful. Do you do a lot of photo shoots with your puppers?
So I try to involve him as often as possible because I really do think he makes the photo better. But there's a lot of photographers, and I'm sure you've heard this, that say, like, don't shoot children and kids or children and animals because they're really hard to work with. So generally, like, I try to involve him in as many shoots as I can, but sometimes the photographer will just be like, I'm sorry, I can't. Because it's constantly like, I can't focus on myself. I have to focus on him and where he's looking and what he's doing. And so, like, it makes my job a lot more complicated. It makes the photographer's job a lot more complicated. So if I had my way, he would be in every single photo that I ever took. But
I have these two amazing videos that you sent me. I'm pretty sure I didn't see cash in either of them. But there's one for Cherry Velvet Vintage and one for this wonderful corset company. Which one do you think I should play first? Because I think they're both really marvelous and they show two really different sides of you that are equally gorgeous.
Yeah. They're so fun. And, you know, the corset video was shot before, or not the corset video, the Cherry Velvet video was shot before Cash was even in the picture. So that's why he wasn't in that one. And in the second one, in the corset video, he was there. He was just at my feet.
Okay. Well, you know, I want to show the Cherry Velvet one first because it's wonderful. And I really want people to see that you do read on camera so well, not just, you know, in an editorial still, but in video as well. And I think, you know, I just love this one. I'm just going to play it.
Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, so much fun. Oh my God.
They're so fun, aren't they?
You know, I love that vibe and I love that what do you call it? Like the romanticism of pinup, you know, it's so sexy.
Absolutely.
It's such a thing, you know, and I love it. And part of me wanted to dress up like that today, but I was like, that's a lot of work. But no, I really,
right? Totally.
like even when you find your different cheats to do victory rolls and that sort of thing, all of a sudden you have to put on a dress and undergarments.
Yes. And heels.
And heels and things that are not pajamas, you know?
No, I don't understand that anymore.
I know, honestly,
if I can't wear pajamas while I'm doing it, I don't want it.
Yeah, no. Exactly. Oh my gosh, speaking of pajamas, I want to look at this other video. This is not pajamas, but man, if I could wear this to bed, I surely would.
It's still bed friendly.
love that one so much.
So
that must
fun.
have been, oh my God, like that must have been so much fun to shoot. I mean, you're in a corset and your boobs are everywhere. You just glamour it, you know?
Totally. It's so much fun. I love doing those videos. They're just like, I actually shot another corset video today, right before I came on here. So there'll be another corset video coming out on Monday. But yeah, it's just a really fun way to like be creative and be expressive and like play around with, because all I ever used to do was photos, and like it's just so much fun to do videos too, and like it just has a totally different feel.
Absolutely, you know, and it's I love how, you know, you're taking something that is very boudoir and can be very, you know, very sensual, but making it so, what's the word? I guess accessible. You know,
yeah, absolutely.
You know, you make me want to run out and put my corset on and just, you know, suit on up.
Do it, girl. Hell yeah.
Oh, heck
the one that I shot today was I basically, like, because we all want to go on spring vacation right now but can't, so I basically put together a bunch of outfits with corsets that I would wear if I was different places traveling for spring break. So there's an outfit for Mexico, there's an outfit for New Orleans, there's an outfit for California, there's an outfit for Hawaii, like there's, and it's just super fun to like just have that creative access and like show off some fun outfits. And like corsets, also the thing I love about corsets is they don't have to just be like sexy lingerie boudoir. You can wear a corset like out day to day. You can wear it under your clothes so nobody sees it. You can wear it over top if you want to show it off. There's so many things you can do with it. So I just really love showing all the different options.
Absolutely. And you know, my favorite part of wearing a corset is at the end of the day when you undo the laces and then undo the bust.
Oh, it's the best feeling.
Oh my God.
I love the feeling of being like tightly laced into a corset, but the feeling of being taken out of a corset is like, can't be beat.
Yeah.
No.
It's better than taking off your bra. It is better than anything else.
Oh my God. Yeah. Absolutely.
I'm getting goosebumps again.
It's just like instant relaxation.
Yeah. Your ribs are like, oh, okay.
Oh, thank God. Your organs can breathe again.
Yes. Oh my gosh. What I always loved is when you might get it like a quarter or something stuck in your corset, and all of a sudden you have like a quarter imprinted in your boob for like the next day.
Yeah, that definitely would happen to me like years ago in my 20s. I would go out to the bar and like stick my change in my bra, and then I'd fall asleep with my bra still on, and then the next morning I'd take my bra off and all this change would fall out, and I'd have like loonies and toonies. And
oh yeah, and you're
that
like,
hasn't happened in a while, but honestly, I would love for that to happen again. I could use a night out.
Oh my God. You know, when we all do get to go out for the first time, it will be glorious and messy and glorious.
Yes. Oh my God. I have a whole new understanding for the roaring 20s now.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Speaking
it makes so much more sense why everybody just like got dressed up all the time wherever they went. Because that's how I want to be now.
Well, I was having this conversation with one of my my best friends earlier today, and I was saying to him that, you know, even though I am in lockdown and at home every day, I'm putting on a full face every day.
Yeah.
No excuses, to make sure that I don't forget how to do it and don't forget how to feel put together. You know, I mean, yeah, I wear pajamas all day, but this I'm doing something with every day.
Absolutely. And you know, like I definitely find like if I'm shooting content for the day or something like that, like, or even just like I want to go and like walk cash and look cute or go to the grocery store, just the process of like sitting down in front of my mirror, putting my makeup on, curling my hair, like even if it's not to go anywhere, is just so it's self-care, it's self-soothing, it makes you feel good, you know, like there's just, yeah, I think when you need a little pick-me-up, throw on some mascara and a red lip and then go watch Netflix.
Absolutely. You know? Honestly, Ruby, for the first time in months, I did my nails. I was like,
they look beautiful.
Thanks, they're pink.
They're so pretty. I love it.
They're probably going to chip in the next hour, and that is okay.
That's okay.
Oh my gosh, Donna said the funniest thing. Going to the grocery store is the height of runway right now. It's so cool. With your mask on.
You can get your cart strut down the aisles.
Turn right. Oh my gosh, that's too funny.
I love it.
Speaking of fantastic, I have to show this because it popped up on my Facebook feed today, and I want everyone to see it. It's your retro lovely cover. Oh my god.
I'm so excited.
I wish I had an applause button. Like, oh, fantastic. Like, oh my god, you're my Varga girl. Like, what the hell?
Oh, thank you. I'm so excited. I shot these images in the summer and like when restrictions were a lot looser and lighter, and with Shimona, who is of Pinup Perfection. She's the go-to girl for pinup in Vancouver. She's amazing. And we just wanted to have like a fun creative day and shoot some pinup, and we got this amazing set together, and I didn't know I was getting a cover until they posted it this morning. So that was a really nice little like wake up today.
Well done. Yay! I have to be saying well done. You absolutely killed it.
Thank you.
We're getting such a cool cover. Look at all this wonderful feedback.
Thank you guys. Oh, and thank you. That makes me feel so nice.
And we're making Deanne want to consider taking a shower today. You're welcome, Deanne. And I'm sure your family thinks
only do it if you want to.
Yeah, honestly, like only if you want to. Honestly, sometimes I have to because I'm offending myself. I'll sit there like,
is it me? Is it Cash? Is it me? I don't know.
Yeah. Oh my god, I will blame the cat. I'll be like, Jack, what are you doing?
Oh, absolutely.
Like,
absolutely. It's always Cash.
Yeah, it's never ever.
Absolutely. No. We don't do that. No.
No. So I have to ask, with your amazing podcast, I want to focus back on that because to me this seems like a new layer of the Ruby Roxx brand, which is not just about the superficial, but the internal and the heart of the matter,
Absolutely.
Really, I love this part. What's next? I worked so hard on that overlay, people. I'm going to use it every week.
I love it. It's great. It's perfect. I am really excited about this podcast. It's new for me. We're only there's only 2 episodes out right now, but my next one will be out next week on Tuesday. Okay. And I'm just really excited to have this opportunity because through social media, there's only so much you can do and so much you can say through captions or videos or whatever. You can only get so much across. And I really love the whole platform of podcasts because there's no censorship. You can say whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. There's, talk about anything and nobody is going to tell you can't talk about that. So it was a really great excuse for me. I had a bunch of people request that I put together a podcast just because I'm so passionate about so many things. And when I get passionate about something, I like to talk about it. I'm a chatty person and I could go on and on and on. So a podcast seemed like a great idea.
Absolutely. I remember the first time I met you.
Same as this.
Well, yeah, just like this. Like the first time I met you, it was like, like nobody else in the room.
Exactly. So it's just so nice. And one of the things I really wanted to do with my podcast is because I have a lot of ideas, but I also know that there are a lot of other people in the world that have ideas, and my ideas are not the only important ones. My ideas are not the only ones that matter. And, you never know, I might be wrong on some of my ideas once in a while. So I really wanted to have guests come on and talk about their perspective and their ideas on certain topics that we're talking about, because I just think that having an open, honest conversation with people is a great way to just have those moments and we can learn a lot from each other. And if we're only surrounding ourselves with people who are yes people, or telling us or agreeing with us, and like have the same frame of minds, and there's never ever anyone saying, oh no, I feel this way, or but have you thought about that, or then our minds never open, their minds never expand. And so it was really important to me to have guests on. So I did the one episode about self-love and confidence. And I had Alicia Marie, who is a good friend of mine and an amazing boudoir photographer, come on and give her experience and her ideas through the eyes of a boudoir photographer. And I thought that was really important too, because it's easy for me to say, as somebody who's been modeling for 15 years and is used to being in front of the camera in my underwear, it's easy for me to say, just be confident, just do it, you know. But so many people have fears of other people seeing them and being like in the limelight. And so I just really loved the idea of having a photographer come on and have her perspective on how she reacts to people, because I'm like boudoir photographers, I want to lose 10 pounds first. I don't look like your other models. I don't want to, you know, what will my boyfriend think? And like things like that. So it was really important to me to get her perspective on how she feels when somebody comes into her studio who's doing a boudoir shoot, either for their partner, or sometimes it's a self-love thing and you just want to do it for yourself because you want to feel hot and you want to see yourself through someone else's perspective and through someone else's eyes. And that can be such a healing, powerful thing. Honestly, how I gained most of my confidence is through modeling and seeing myself through other people's eyes instead of only seeing myself, because we're all our own worst critics. So if we only listen to what's going on in our heads, nothing's ever going to change. We need to search outside. So my next episode is going to be on Patreon and OnlyFans, because I've gained a lot of success through them both, especially through the pandemic. So I'm going to be talking on how to set up an account, how to be successful on Patreon, the things and OnlyFans, the things you need to do, things to keep in mind, boundaries, safety, taxes, everything. And then I'm going to get I have two guests next week who are both users of OnlyFans and Patreon. They're going to give me their perspectives, what websites they like best and why, what they find more successful. So it's a lot of people's perspectives on one thing. So, you know, you could listen to that and think, I don't really agree with Ruby, but I agree with her perspective, or vice versa. And that's all great. And that's all wonderful. You know,
I am so excited for that episode.
Thank you. I'm excited for it too. No, and I just want every episode to be a different topic. So I have ones planned for like growing your social media. I have ones planned, you know, just all sorts of different broad topics that I think people either don't talk about enough or want to talk about more.
No, that's true. And I do, what I liked about your podcast is that it's not, there's no blanket statements. You're exploring every elements inside of each topic. You know, I really felt informed listening to you. You know, I can tell that you put a lot of work into it, which is why I'm so excited for your next episode. I will be tuning into that. Yes.
Yeah.
So guys, do you have any questions for Ruby? And you know, if you want, guys, you know, if you can't remember any of the information that we've shared with you tonight, reach out to me. Feel free to rewatch this again. You know, but it is going to be on Tuesdays, and this would be on Spotify, Apple, and Google.
Yes.
Just for one more time for posterity people, Ruby's Tuesday review. You've got to check it out. And guys, if you have any questions, now is the time to ask, because we've got Ruby here, you know, at your fingertips, as it were.
I would like to know if like there's anything that anybody, like if for future podcast episodes, like if there's any topics that anybody wants me to discuss or things like that, like let me know. I aim to please. I want to give people content that they want to consume.
What is the best way for people to reach out to you? Are you more of an Instagram girl?
I'm definitely an Instagram girl. So my Instagram is Ruby Roxx Model. And you can absolutely reach me there. My website is rubyroxxmodel.com. and there's a contact form on there, and my email address is listed there. So yeah, those are probably the best 2 places to find me.
Now, is that correct? Ruby Roxx Model for Instagram?
That's the one.
Yep. And then rubyroxxmodel.com.
Yep.
Model.com. Ooh, doing this in real time.
Ooh. There it is.
Wait. The cameras are all backwards, so I can't do anything anymore. This thing, I'm like, wax on, wax off. The only thing that's centered every time is my double chin. Here we go. All right, we're good. There's this thing.
Of course.
I have this obsession with my double chin because it puts vanity and insecurity on its ear, because really after that, I can't look any worse. I can only go out from there. So, hey.
Right? Hey, I say like start all your photos like this, and then going from this to that is like
seriously
great.
Me and a whole bunch of my girlfriends will send each other photos just see who can do the best double chin. I was talking about it last week as well. We're so proud of ourselves. Like, it's just...
Well, I love it, as you should be.
It is the greatest thing ever. Now, moving, like this time last year, we definitely were not where we thought we would be. There's a lot of things that we didn't know existed last year that we do this year. Moving forward even more to a year from now, where do you, what do you think you're going to be doing? Any ideas? Any hopes?
Man, well, I'm really hoping that a year from now, that these pandemic restrictions will be lifted. I would love to get back to traveling. Traveling is, I'm very lucky that I can work from anywhere. I can create content anywhere I go. And I have access to the internet everywhere I go. So I can literally work from anywhere, and I just miss traveling so much. I'm in a hotel room right now that's a half a block away from my condo. And like, even traveling a half a block with a suitcase, I was like, oh, I feel so much better. So I'm very excited.
Oh yeah,
to get back to traveling. Needless to say, I'm really excited to get back to doing in-person workshops. As much as I've loved doing Zoom workshops, there's certain things that you can't do online. You can't, like, it's harder to form those personal connections and have those deep conversations when you're talking to 20 people on Zoom, as opposed to if you have 20 people in a room, you can spend a half day and like slot out time to talk to each individual person, whereas a Zoom workshop is an hour and it's basically me just talking at people. So I'm really excited to get back into like in-person workshops with a group of people. And then like another part of it is doing a photo shoot at the end of the workshop. And like, we can't do that on Zoom. So like, part of my workshops that we do is we work on confidence, and we work on posing, and we work on this and that and the other thing. And then at the end of the workshop, we do a photo shoot, and you get to take home the photos with you at the end of the day, and you feel hot and you look hot, and you can go and show all your friends and family, look at this awesome photo that I have. And like, it's just this amazing experience that is not necessary. It's still great to do them online, and I wouldn't not do it. It's just a totally different experience. So I'm really excited to get back to doing in-person workshop.
Well, definitely keep me posted on anything that you're doing. I love to promote the heck out of my friends, especially the ones that work as hard as you do. Pandemic-wise, I see you really, I see you going for it, and I have so much love and respect for you. I'm so proud of you. You need to know that. Like, I watch you from afar, and I think to myself, if Ruby can do it, I can do it. If she can get herself to bed every day and do it, I can do it.
Absolutely. And that's the thing too, is especially during this pandemic, like, I suffer from mental health issues, and like I have depression and anxiety and a bunch of other things. And like, for me, at least, every single person is different, and how you deal with your mental health and how you deal with happiness and ups and downs. Every single person is different. So like, what works for me might not necessarily work for someone else, and vice versa. But personally, personally, for me, what really helps me is like, and it might not be the healthiest all the time, but like just throwing myself into work and creating and doing stuff, because when I'm working and creating, I'm not thinking about, I haven't seen my mom and dad in 3 months, and
Right.
you know, like I can't see them even if I wanted to, and when is the vaccine going to be here? When can I get the vaccine? You know, like when I'm working and throwing myself into that, I'm not thinking about all the shit that's going on in this world. So that really helped me, and I've also grown so much, and seeing that growth throughout this pandemic has really like been like a good job, Ruby, you know, like it's been a confidence booster. So
absolutely, you know, I think I remember you posting a while back that you did this photo shoot with a photographer remotely, and I thought that is such a cool idea.
Yeah, we were doing at the very beginning of the pandemic, we were doing like FaceTime photo shoots where, like, you know, we'd set up a video chat and I'd pose back there and they'd take a photo through their computer, and like,
that's wild. Like what a great thing to do with technology, you know? It's so exciting. And somehow I think we have a bit of lag, and I don't know if Ruby's computer is going to catch up. Sometimes the internet is a little bit strange. Here, I'm going to remove her from the stream and then bring her back to the stream. Maybe that will help. My darling Ruby, are you there still? No, she may be having issues with the internet, so I will try and bring her back in a second. But guys, what a wonderful, wonderful, you know, thing it is that we can actually connect through the internet like this, you know, from the comfort of our own home. You know, for many of us, we did grow up in the 70s and the 80s where technology was kind of a new thing. Welcome back, Ruby. And, you know, it's such an extraordinary and wonderful thing to be able to use the internet for good. And, you know, I'm so happy to have Ruby here today, but I think her internet is deciding that it's done. So Ruby, I'm going to say my goodbyes to you, but I will see you online later today. And folks, you know, I want to thank you so much for tuning in today as well. I really appreciate all your support and all your participation. You know, it makes a huge difference. Thank you so much, Donna. It makes a huge difference when you guys show up and come out and show the love. You know, we're all creative. We're all in this together, in this, you know, not in just the sense that, you know, we are physically locked in, but emotionally, we're all going through similar and different experiences. And, you know, I think if we can all just remember that this is the perfect opportunity for growth and communication, we're going to make it out the other side okay. And, you know, I believe in you guys, which is why I'm making this show. It's for you, to remind you that, you know, process is a beautiful revelation. And if you're willing to step into it and, you know, wade through the ugliness of it and the sweat and the tears and, you know, all the emotion of it, you're going to come out the other side having grown. This time last year, I don't think any of us were where we are now. And I'm so proud of each and every one of you. Now, that being said, Ruby, are you there, hon?
Oh, I'm back. No. Sorry, I don't know how that happened, but I'm back.
No, that's okay. That's okay. I was just kind of complimenting everybody and telling them, you know, how awesome it is that we can all get together like this through the internet. Yes. I wanted to thank you for today. I think the universe is telling us that we've had our time. We're at about 45 minutes, and It's been such a great 45 minutes. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us. Guys, check out Ruby's Tuesday review on Spotify, Apple, Google, and I will remind everybody and share that post when you're ready. Send it on over, and I will share it with the world. Ruby, thank you so much for everything.
Thank you so much for having me.
I will see you soon. Everybody, thank you so much. I will see you soon as well. And remember, I'm only an instant message away.